From downtown Scranton, this is Northeast Current. WQPX invites you to join us as we explore public affairs, current events, and arts and culture in northeastern and central Pennsylvania. Now, let's meet today's guests on Northeast Current.
Hello and welcome to another edition of Northeast Current. I'm Jeannine Luby, and with me today we have two very entertaining people from Actor Circle. Actor Circle is presenting Ken Ludwig's Leading Ladies coming up on February 12th, and that's right, Tom Malone here is one of those leading ladies, and we have the show's director, Kathy Ristrauch. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us today, and we know to expect great things from the Actor Circle, so I'm sure this is going to be a great production. It already sounds fabulous. Tell us a little bit about it, Kathy.
Well, first of all, the show Ken Ludwig that wrote is hysterical. He always puts on a good show. If you saw Moon Over Buffalo, we did Lend Me a Tenor, and when I saw Leading Ladies was available, I wanted to go for that. Leading Ladies is about two British actors down on their luck. They're trying to make it at a Moose Lodge in Shrewsbury, Pennsylvania, down in Quakerstown area.
Sounds glamorous.
And not doing too well. And the other, this is Tom, he's one of them. He plays Leo. And his counterpart, David Hunnish, plays Jack. And David's done a lot of shows with us here, so a lot of people might be familiar with him. Tom just finished a show with us too, Cocktail Hour.
Indeed.
And he did a fabulous job. Completely different style, what he's playing here versus what he played in Cocktail Hour.
So this is a transition for you.
It is indeed.
Okay, tell us a little bit about your character, Tom.
My character, Leo, is, as Kathy mentioned, way down on his luck, like rock bottom.
Shakespearean actors, by the way.
Rock bottom, yes. Two Shakespearean actors doing the circuit in Pennsylvania, just trying to make a buck. And they hear about an older millionairess who's looking for her, who they think are nephews.
Which I will interject is played by Betsy Seaforth, Florence Snyder.
Yes.
Okay.
Anyway, they perpetrate to be nephews at first, but then they find out that the long-lost cousins are nieces. So they decide to keep up with the act, literally, and become women when needed.
When needed, okay. And how has that experience been for you?
Today was our first day with the dress rehearsal with the costumes, and it was a lot of fun. And we have our work cut out for us there. Because there are some times when you have 30 seconds, a minute, to go from Leo to Maxine, for instance. So,
Wow. Well, you'll have new respect for women, right?
Indeed.
I would say you could appreciate your wife now when you tell her, come on, hon, get ready. You know why women take longer.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. The blouses, the brassieres, the whole bit. I'm understanding it more and more.
On the other hand, maybe you'll be able to help her now that you're going through it, right?
Exactly.
Speed it up, right?
It's a win-win. This whole production's a win-win.
So, Kathy, tell us why this production was selected.
Well, I love doing comedies, and I love a good-sized cast, which this is both. And it was my selection for Actor Circle to do it. And that's basically why. Other than that, Ken Ludwig is a favorite of mine, as I said before. And you know everyone's coming out laughing, having a good time. And our whole cast, I mean, we're having a good time during our rehearsals.
That's good.
I want to make sure we talk about all our cast before we get into anything else, because we said David is playing Leo, or Jack, and you're playing Leo.
Right.
Betsy Seaforth is Florence Snyder, the old lady who was about to kick the bucket, as we say. Doc Myers is Michael Lally, who keeps telling her she's dying, and apparently she's not. I don't know. We'll have to find out what happens. The love interest that Leo has is Meg Snyder. And she's the niece. She's the one that they're going to take all the money from because they're trying to get part of the inheritance, which Meg would get all $3 million. If
$3 million.
She didn't have to split it. So that's his love. And it's Joanna Fabergé. I can't ever say it right, so she's going to be here later after Tom, and she'll correct me.
She will.
How do we pronounce her name? Fabergé. You'll see.
She'll say.
Anyone?
She'll say, because she has a beautiful name,
Indeed.
and she does a fabulous job as Meg. And another counterpart is Audrey, who falls in love with Jack, who falls in love with her, vice versa.
Wow. Okay.
And that's played by Ashley A. Michaels. And we have Butch, which is George Conrad, and Jeff Ginsburg, who is an Actor Circle favorite, playing Duncan, and he just does such a great job as the woebegone minister who Meg is engaged to, but then she falls in love with Leo or Maxine, who knows? We get all confused.
Jury's out on that.
We got to find out. There's so much going on.
That sounds like a lot.
And, rounding out the cast in a way is Andrew Warnick. He's helping out backstage. He has a bit part, but he does a fabulous job for me too.
Great.
And Deborah Buck, she's my stage manager, doing a fabulous job.
Yes.
And Antonine Kane helped me with the costumes. I did some too, but you know, she's fabulous with her little seamstress way. And I have Jacob Conrad helping with the sound and light board. Lou Bizignani and John Arena with the set, which if you look here, it's almost done. We have 2 weeks at this time that we're doing this.
hard.
So and Casey Thomas is going to do my painting of the set. So we have all those people and more of the Conrads, Rebecca and Kayla Conrad helping backstage, along with Katie Hopkins helping backstage.
Okay, great.
So pretty much everyone.
Well, it sounds like quite a team effort. They say it takes a village, right, to raise a child, well, to raise a play. Well, I think the audience probably will know that they're going to have a great time. If you're having so much fun with rehearsal, it's got to be a great show. Join us right after the break. We'll be back in a few minutes. Thank you. Welcome back to Northeast Current. Thank you for joining us. And we are speaking with Kathy Rist-Strauch and I hope I got this right, Joanna Fabergé?
Fabergé, yes.
Fabergé, which is a beautiful name, beautiful actress. They are joining us from Actor Circle. They will be presenting Ken Ludwig's Leading Ladies, which is a hilarious comedy. And we spoke with Tom, who's going to be playing one of the leading ladies, so to speak. And now we have one of the actual ladies who's playing a lady, I assume, right? A real lady.
The lead lady.
The lead lady.
The lead lady
So she is the lead lady. And you're playing a character named Meg. Is that right? Do you want to tell us a little bit about your character?
Sure, yeah. Meg Snyder at the beginning is more kind of like a fangirl for Leo Clark. She is a very excitable young woman, very giddy, and just loves being able to go to the theater, being able to watch it. And so when she gets the chance to meet Leo Clark, that is like the epitome of her life. It's what she's always wanted. And so all of a sudden that excitement just is drawn out of her, and she's definitely a very energetic character.
Well, that must be a lot of fun to play, but also maybe tiring.
Yeah, especially if we were to like do it a couple times in the day, I'd probably be like dead.
So you must be an energetic person to be able to play this role, I would imagine, right,
Yeah.
Kathy?
When I auditioned, she came up on stage, and I'm like, there she is. No one could touch her.
You knew that was
Directors
her.
are like that. You've directed shows where you have people come and audition. You have all these nice, but there it is. And I have to tell you, the night we had the auditions, the full cast pretty much were there when they came out. So it was very nice. I felt like I have a show.
That's great when you have the right people in place, because then you know you're going to have a great show,
Yes.
right? It's going to be
Yes.
great. Now, you're studying acting, is that right, Joanna? And
Yes.
you're studying at, used to be Baptist Bible College.
Yes, and it's
Summit
changing.
Hill now, is that right?
Summit University
Summit
now.
University.
Yeah, it's going to
okay.
be changing in April.
Okay, so have you been doing many productions before this?
Here, this is only my second production
Okay.
at Actor Circle, but I have done a lot at the college, and I've done different theaters around the area, and then back home in Missouri.
Oh, wow.
Missouri.
So that's
She's from
great.
Missouri.
So I'm a little
Wow.
far away from home, but
So once college is over, we probably
You're gonna
won't
lose
see
her.
much of her.
then the hope is New York, but we'll see what
Yeah,
happens.
she's on her way to New York.
Wow. Well, then Northeastern Pennsylvania should come see you now, and they could say they
That's
knew you
right.
win, right?
There we
That's
go,
how you
there we
win.
go.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yes. So, Kathy, tell us a little bit more about what the audience can expect, what you want to make sure everyone knows, so they will come to this wonderful production.
Well, what they can expect is a fabulous time. They're definitely going to be laughing their heads off
Yes.
because you can't put sight gags alone, and we have other special things happening. I'm not allowed to tell.
Yes, I heard they have to, like, zip your
Seaforth
mouth, right?
Told me, don't you dare talk about such and such. So such and such you won't see
Big
right away.
surprises. Okay.
And I just also want to mention, we have another Ashley. I've mentioned Ashley Michaels, but Ashley Purdy is helping with props backstage, and I thank her for that. I don't want to forget
Don't leave
her.
anyone out.
Don't want to forget anybody, and Bob Spalletta is doing all the lighting for me. So it's, there's so much. And Actor Circle itself, like, we're around 33 years, and it's still somehow a secret. Some people never heard of us, and I don't know why. I do publicity, but at any rate, we always do what we can for the audience. And every time we do a show, I have audience saying, this is the best show yet. So I'm hoping this is the one they're going to say, this is the best show yet.
And you've done, as you mentioned, you've done Ken Ludwig's before,
Yes.
and they're always funny,
Yes,
always
and
entertaining.
In fact, David Hunish, who plays Leo, or Jack, I get them confused. He plays Jack. He was in my other Ken Ludwig show, which I knew if I got David. Like, David is such a wonderful character type actor. He reminds me of, who's the guy from Frasier, David Hyde Pierce,
yes,
and the one on 2.5 Men. I can't think
John Cryer.
John Cryer. He is right there with them in his style, and if anyone comes to the show, they will definitely see that.
Wow.
And Tom Malone, he's fairly new in acting. He's doing such a fabulous job in his part. I got to work with him quite a bit. It's like, you know, Michelangelo creating your David. It was fabulous because he came in and he takes his direction so well, and the whole cast for that matter. It's been a pleasure. And Betsy Seaforth, of course, playing
So
Flo.
funny, oh my gosh.
She is. She's hysterical. And Jeff, and I mean, they're all so funny. And Ashley, as your counterpart, is Audrey. And I mean, we're just having a great time.
That's
and
great.
George Conrad. But the show opens soon.
Yes.
February 12th through the 22nd.
And
It's
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, right?
if two
Sunday.
Thursdays. We added a
Thursday.
second Thursday
Okay,
this
okay.
season. So it's 2 Thursdays at 8 o'clock, and Fridays and Saturdays, and Sundays at 2 o'clock.
Sundays at 2, okay. And
Yes.
there'll also be 2 Sundays, so
Yes,
that's
and
great.
it's at Providence Playhouse,
North
1256 Providence Road.
Yes, and for tickets, they can call the
theater.
Playhouse.
Call the
Yes.
theater. Definitely leave a reservation, because if you can't make it, that's fine. But if you wanted to come, and we're a small playhouse, we fit about 100 people. And once we hit that limit,
That's
we
it.
can't bring any more people in. Michael Lally, who plays Doc Myers, is also a fireman. And he will pay attention to that, because those are the rules. You can't overcrowd your
He will
theater.
jump off stage
He will,
and
he
get
will
you outta
push you
here,
out of here.
carry you outta here.
He does
That's
a
right.
fabulous job too. So just to make sure, and there is parking. I will put a little note here. We have a lot of restaurants in the area that help us out. Seidel's, Gavin's, Kathy Gavin's, Sterna's
Sterna's,
restaurant.
yes,
And there's Fratelli's, which is right across the street. And they're so obliging to us for so many different ways. But if you're looking for parking, if you come for dinner, 2 hours give yourself. You could park in Fratelli's restaurant parking lot, and you could keep your car there, which helps a lot.
It's nice, yeah, and it's
Yeah.
a nice way
And
to
it's a
support
great way.
local too.
Yeah.
You have
Yeah.
dinner out at a nice restaurant,
Yeah.
come see a great play, and
Right.
it's Valentine's Day weekend. What a nice date
I
this would
know.
make,
There you
right?
go.
Yeah, it's Valentine night. Betsy has other obligations, so guess what? I get to be Flo.
Oh, see, so you'll get to
Oh, yeah, I
entertain
get
the
to be
crowd that
both
night.
for a
Yes,
change,
yes.
so.
Well, it sounds like a wonderful play, and you know, I'll give a plug here. February is Heart Month, and you know, laughter's great for the heart. So,
Definitely.
and Valentine's Day. I mean, you can't go wrong. Come out and
Yeah.
see this wonderful play. Laugh a lot. Support local theater and support local businesses. So we really look forward to it. I'm sure it's going to be another
Right.
great success. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Joanna and Kathy. It's been such a pleasure, and we look forward to your play.
And thanks for having us, Jeannine.
Absolutely.
And Regina.
Thank you for joining us. We'll be right back.
Okay. Wait, Furbachet? Furbachet. All right. Furbachet. I'm never sure of that. I want to make sure. Yeah, thank
Good
you.
idea.
I didn't want to say all that to the very end.
Whatever. Yeah. I get paid the same, so.
I know.
Yeah, I know, really.
My phone's ringing. I'm sorry.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, get that out.
Yeah, missed call. Sorry about that.
Basketball game starting.
Right in the middle of the interview. Okay.
Can I just relax or do I have to look very like
And I
can be relaxed.
oh, there you go. Okay. Because I know she was winding us up, and I'll use all that for the end. All right. Watch the steps.
Adios, don't die. Live heartily.